Katie Be Happy. This is Jill, my awesome demo. We're going to be doing an amazing 15-minute recovery for your shoulders, chest, upper ribs, and kind of scalenes and levator scapula. Anything in your neck, upper body that gets pretty tight. It'll be a full body restore, but let's focus in with a little bit of tool release today. So I've got my Ghost tequila bottle. It's actually nice and cold from the freezer, it'll be nice little cryotherapy, I think. Jill's got her water bottle. I'll also show you options if you don't have a bottle to use, but it does add a little bit of a texture pressure point. All right, team, we're gonna start in what's called an iron cross. I'll first show you without the bottle. You go down to your belly, extend your right arm out to the right in a T position from your shoulder. Look out towards your left hand and just kind of relax there for a moment. If it feels good to stay already, cool. Or take your left foot and scorpion tail it up and over. The objective is to feel a stretch in your right chest. So if you don't already, spin your right thumb like a hitchhiker up. I get a lot more sensation when I take my thumb and face it up towards the sky. We're gonna be here for about 2 minutes, so make sure that you're in a place that you're semi-comfortable. But my request always is that you feel a soft wall. That means a place where you know you're still stretching. It doesn't mean it should hurt. I just want you to be like, oh yeah, I can feel that stretch. Holding here for the next few breaths. You can even navigate that right hand, maybe a little up or down, depending on where you feel more sensation. Be your own massage therapist today. Where do you get more? I'm leveraging my left hand as well for a little bit more pressure. So my left hand is pressing against the earth, rotating up. So as you lie here, hopefully with a lot of your body touching the ground, you're just finding space in between your breaths. Inhale nice and long, inhale, inhale, inhale. And then exhale, sweet. As the end of the year starts to round in, we see like a 1 month on the horizon of 2020. I start to think to myself, okay, there are a lot of painful things that happened this year. A lot of painful endings, if you would. Things that I didn't want to see in myself, in my friends, in my life. I didn't want to see them die or go away. Identities that I held, things that I loved about myself that, we just can't have in this quarantine life. All right, team, this is about the halfway point. If you want to come back through and put that release tool, the bottle goes underneath of your right armpit to the point where you feel a little bit of a release as you would roll to the right. So whether it's on your chest muscle, you could even roll it a little bit lower than your shoulder joint by your bicep instead. I want you to play with where you get the most release today. Just avoid the actual bone. It should be on fleshy muscle or extra skin area or fascia, but no bone, no direct bone. The cool part about the bottle is that it rolls too, so you can roll a little forward and back. I find myself reflecting even more day by day about, holy shit, I've made it through this year. I look back, with my boot campers even, we're on boot camp 11. How we made it this many boot camps since March, it's just insane to me. The things that have changed, the things that I've seen. Life passes us so quickly. 3 more deep breaths. Just do the exact same thing on the other side. First minute without the bottle. Left arm out to the left. Look to the right. Take your right toes up and over in a beautiful little arcing shape. Turn your left thumb up if that felt good to get more sensation. Grateful for a lot of the things that have happened this year. I'm also really sad for a lot of the things that have happened this year. seems exaggerated with all of the things that we've been through, the traumas that we felt, the things that we've shed. At the same time, every year there's traumas and tragedies, there's triumphs and success. Maybe this year we've just had a little bit more time to think about it, or they've seemed a little bit more extreme. But they'll never really stop. The highs and the lows, they'll always be there. So my mantra this week is painful endings. They're gonna always happen, but sometimes new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. That maybe something you can't even see yet is going to happen wonderfully from the more painful things we've experienced. The transitions we're feeling, we can't always see the good that happens quite yet, but there is something awesome on the horizon. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. If you use that release tool, let's do the other side. Place the bottle under your left arm, whether it's the bicep or chest. Replace your head back down, navigate your feet. If it doesn't feel good to do the open hip, that's fine. You can kind of rest it. Use your right hand to give some extra leverage. I like how Jill's doing the kind of half bind to give some more opening. I'm guiding you through the action, but it's always going to be you to figure out where's the most and best sensation today. Depending on what you did yesterday, the workouts, the not workouts, the way you slept, and the energetic tension that you hold, right? The things we hold around our chest, man, it's so much. How guarded we feel all the time. The action and the work that we're doing is helping to release some of that strife. Just follow your breath. Gently make your way back through center. Put your release tool at the top of your mat and come to child's pose. Bring your knees really wide. You can either let your palms rest forward, flat down, or if you want more of a lat stretch, turn your palms to face up in supination. Then push into the back side of your palms and let your elbows lift up and off the ground. Find the intricacies in your body to wiggle back and forth, or maybe rock your forehead side to side. I imagine that every time my head gets to touch the ground like this, rocking my forehead side to side, it's this beautiful action of like an eraser on a dry erase board. Just erasing the things before me, the thoughts before me. And I start to see this clean white erase board, this dry erase board. I see that white palette, that beautiful open space, kind of like what's next, the horizon for what's here for us, that new beginning. And as I rock my forehead, or even just the slightest little movements of my body back and forth, I'm erasing any thoughts that I don't want to come in and just focusing on that clean white board. The endless possibilities when you allow yourself to just be present and see what comes now. Every moment a new opportunity for that expansion. Push your palms against the mat and come to downward dog. Lift your hips up to the sky and stretch your heels back. It might feel really good to stay in down dog, please do. Or walk your hands a little closer to your feet and heavily bend your knees. This will be our brace point. Twisted down dog. Take your right hand for the outer left leg and look under your left armpit. You're taking your right bicep and leveraging the twist really hard. 3 breaths. Push equal weight between your heels to get the most love for your calves. And then let's gently switch to the other side. Left hand for the outer right calf, pull and twist. Oh yeah. Watch the trail of your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Place both hands on the earth. Kick your right leg up in a scorpion tail, three-legged downward dog. Open your hip a little bit. I like to make circles or pretend that my big toe was a dry erase marker, and I write on the sky in like black marker what I want to intend for the day. Maybe the word strength, maybe the word presence. I literally write through my big toe and my ankle on the sky. Step your right leg through to a lunge. Let's take an extended side angle variation. So spin your back foot flat, dive into a low lunge in the front leg, then half bind your left arm behind you to stretch your chest. If it's accessible to dip your right arm under, tap your right hand to your right butt cheek, and then after you slap your butt, grab for the other hand if you can. So your hands bind behind your right butt cheek, look back over your left shoulder, bound extended side angle, squeeze your shoulder blades open, 3 breaths. If the full bind isn't accessible, no problem. Leave your right hand on the ground and just roll your left shoulder head open. Keep looking up. Awesome. Hands back to the earth. 3-legged downward dog. Kick your right leg up. Shake it, shake it, shake it. You can stay here, or a fun little balance challenge. Bring your left hand behind you. Try to grab your right foot. It's really hard and kind of fun. I walk my hands and feet a little closer together. I flatten my left foot against the ground, and it's like a dancer down dog. 3, 2, it's hard but fun. All right, let's do the other side. Left leg up, inhale. Same thing, take a few breaths to make that marker. I got my black marker and I'm drawing on my dry erase board what I want to intend and see forward for the day or for the week or for the rest of the year. I see me taking my time, not trying to overplan. So maybe in the sky, I'm writing, be here. Maybe in the sky, I'm writing the word trust. Either way, whatever you're writing is helping to open your hip flexors and your sciatic nerve, so it's all good. Breathe in. Low lunge into that kind of warrior leg stance. Take your right arm behind your back with your back foot flat. Stay with the half bind and love that shoulder stretch. Or dip your left hand under for the full bind. First, I always say left hand slaps your left butt cheek just so you know where your hands are going. And then as your shoulder dips in, your hands grab behind your butt, look up over your right shoulder. If you've got the full bind, you'll notice that your bottom hand is gripping pretty hard, and that left bicep and left shoulder, they help open your inner thigh. If today's not a binding day, no problem. Just keep looking up over that right shoulder, but use your left hand to push. Your left arm pushes against your left knee to still get that inner thigh stretch. 3 breaths. You can even feel the end of the pose coming, right? Here it is. I feel this painful ending, the deep depth of the stretch, transitioning into a new beginning, a new pose, a new moment. Here it comes. Breathe in. Hands down, 3-legged dog, lift, kick, and open. Oh yeah. Or walk your hands a little closer, flatten your right foot against the ground. I kind of turn my right toes out a little, then I reach my right hand back for my left foot. If grabbing your foot today is not accessible, this is a very hard pose. Stay in that scorpion tail, no problem. Breathe in. Breathe out. Woo! Awesome. Come into child and hero's pose. Drop into your knees, shins, and we'll meet to close this restorative practice. Stack your head up over your shoulders, bring your hands to your heart. Do a full body scan if you feel just a little bit different than when we first started class. Taking a few conscious breaths, that's all it is. Miracles aren't going to happen when you do these 15-minute restores. The miracle is the energetic brushing your teeth, the preventative medicine for the cavities, aka the times when we're more impatient and reactive and angry. The times when we feel low and we need a little bit more grounding and centering. Thanking yourself for putting this 15 minutes of work in. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, if you're with me, you can either listen, absorb the mantras, or repeat after me just like Jill will. Hey today, I'm ready
I'm ready
for the best day of my life.
for the best day of my life.
I'm grounded,
I'm grounded.
I'm centered,
I'm centered.
and I trust
And I trust
that painful endings
that painful endings
are oftentimes
are oftentimes
new beginnings.
beginnings.
Everyone take a deep breath in. Namaste. I hope your chest feels more open, everybody. A little bit of chest, some